sure lots of people are feeling this whole thing. It's worldwide. It's something different. Like, I don't think anyone's ever had to deal with this stuff. So, gotta wait like another month, I guess, or who knows how long. It could be months. I don't know. Hoping it's just going to be the end of April, roll into May. You know, the weather will start getting nicer. Sounds like it is anyway. I'm being optimistic. So, but I think long term, nothing's really going to be 100% the same. You know, there's going to be people floating around with masks on and stuff. I don't know. It's just, it feels like the Twilight Zone. It really does. It feels like the goddamn Twilight Zone out there. Like, I wake up and I'm like, is this still going on? Is this for real? Is this like a real thing? What I worked on today, I haven't really been filming a lot. I haven't put any YouTube videos up. I haven't been filming because a lot of it is because of just everything that's been going on and the weather, and I just haven't felt like, when I come out here, sometimes I like putting on the camera and filming. Sometimes I just want to work. I don't want to deal with turning the camera on and moving it here and moving it there. And then the worst part is then bringing it inside and spending a day or two slicing and dicing and editing all that footage and add music and cutting this out and uploading it. It's a pain. So one of the things that I'm working on is the van for van life, the Viking van, and it's got all the Viking ruins and stuff on it. So it's very Viking themed, the van. So what I want, I'll be camping in it and stuff, and for protection. So it's like a defense protection thing and a utility tool that I would use camping if I needed to get firewood or split firewood or just who knows. But a camping axe would come in handy for multiple things. So since it's going with the Viking theme, I figured I might want to forge myself and a cool decoration inside the van, a bearded Viking axe. So I've made these before. I really do enjoy making these, and how I do it is I get a piece of 1084 and I'll forge a bit, the blade, and then touch mark it and grind it, keep it nice and straight, forge it up, and set a forge weld on here. And I leave like all like it's so forge weld up on the top, it's like all one homogeneous piece or whatever. But down here, sometimes I get lucky and there's not even like a weld line, but this one has like a weld on each side. I just decided that I could probably grind that a little bit more, but what happens if you grind it too much, it kind of like would peel up. But this thing is solid because like where the blade is, so get the fingerprints off it, where the blade is to where the 1084 is, it's just one melted solid piece. And on top here too, it's all just one piece now. 2 into 1 basically. So, Viking bearded axe, 1084 blade, razor sharp, brass file, a heart inlay engraved in the brass file. Yeah, that's right. Viking ruins symbols, decorative carvings and functional for grip, a leather tied and epoxied leather grip in the center, Viking inlays, brass on each side, more carvings for grip and decorative, along with the Viking Norse dragon on the pommel handle. That's right. Pretty cool. So first, we've got this Jackery 1000 solar. And the funny thing about it right now is the iPad that I'm filming with is dead. So I plugged it in. It has AC, 3 AC wall outlets. And I'm charging the camera right now as we're doing it. It was at 99%. It's putting out 24 watts and 98%. It went down 1%. It has an input for an Anderson, an AC plug, and DC plugs. It has a quick charge for your cell phone, or my iPad won't actually fit in there. It takes a different plug. But quick charge and a regular USB, and then 2 of the newer, weirder USBs, and a cigarette lighter plug, 12 volt. And I bought these little plugs so sand and dirt don't get in the plugs. Has a nice display, and it has a light on the side too, which comes in handy. So, 2 solar panels putting out a maximum of like 200 watts, but really they put out about, on a good sunny day, 50, 60 watts. So I'll probably get around 120 watts of input to help charge this thing, which is good. All right, this piece of plastic with the foam cut. It's leftover bed foam, not pillows. So they're thick, and they match the height of the actual foam bed that I have. So basically, it takes up a lot of room from back of the seats to the back door. So this is going to be like a half bed couch, but then when I want a full-size bed, I do this setup and just put the blanket over it, and then I get a full-size length bed. When I want more room inside here, I would pull these out, put these cushions underneath the bed. This one under here is a nice cooler. It holds ice really good and locks up. And then this is the porta shitter, just for emergency use only, and I can actually use it in storage underneath it. But I have like garbage bags laced inside of that. And it seconds as a seat too. If you want to just pull it, it's plastic, so it's lightweight. You can rip it in and out of here, no problem. It's not permanently fixed inside, which is nice. So I can take all this, I can take all that stuff out and give myself more legroom to play guitar or do whatever the hell I want. Or put this outside of the van if I have a camp spot and it's a seat outside. So, multi-purpose little. I have a propane heater in here, which actually has a automatic CO2 shutdown switch in it. I just run it on low. It does heat it up in here when it's like, balls cold. Fire extinguisher, very important, because pretty much everything in here is flammable. Little storage nook for foods and waters and charging wires. Battery powered LED rose lights. I got them all the way around the whole thing. More storage baskets, CO2 and smoke detector. I bought the one that runs on batteries, not the one with the lithium put into it, because I don't want it to work all the time, just when I'm sleeping, not if there's a campfire or smoke coming in here. I'll do a back review of the sink. I have installed a max airflow fan. It's got forward and reversed, high and low settings. I forged this cool handle on the side. It's for helping you get in and out of the vehicle. And then that handle that was there, I used on the bed, because you grab it here and pull up. It's kind of heavy because the mattress is on it, but it's got these cool gas shocks here that help take the weight off on both sides. And then that opens up the whole underground here for storage, for basically food and clothes. I've got a spare fan. That's the cool thing about this portable generator, solar generator, is this fan isn't, you can buy those little baby USB ones, so this is a AC house fan, or even just a big box fan. This thing, that generator will run this, so I can run that just on the sun, which is awesome. So now here is the back table, which has a copper bowl and a railroad spike hand pump for the water, so I can pump fresh water just to wash up. You wash your hands, brush your teeth, and the drain just goes right outside. It's got a stop plug too, so you can fill the bowl up with water. You put ice in there too, put drinks in it, whatever. I figured it'd come in handy. It's got a nice little table. Speakers, more lights. The windows have shades. They open up, they have screens and windows and tinted. But right now they're closed, and they the insulation in them too, to keep actually the cold air and the hot air out. Don't mind the messy insulation goop. Other things I've been working on, in the Rasfile family here, we got this cool little Rasfile knife that I forged. I just kept the tail on it and did some swirly thing on it. The handle on this is pretty wild. It's pine cone and it's tie-dye. So it's like a tie-dye color. Look at all the colors now with the resin and pine cone. And it's sharp. And touch mark, yeah. And it's kind of like almost like a chef knife or a throwing knife, kind of. It's big. It's a big boy. What else? I have this giant chain I did a video on. I did 2 of these knives. And I just really like this one. And it's out here in the shop, so I figured I'd show it off here. The copper pin on it. Touch mark. The lighting in here is terrible, but you get the idea. Another weird project I started was I just got this crazy idea. So I wanted to get a piece of wood. It's a hickory piece of wood. And then I carved out like this slot. I put a metal bit into it. And I hardened the bit first because because you can't heat treat it once you put it in the wood because the wood would burn. So I heat treated it and hardened the blade edge and then set it into the groove in the wood and then kind of grinded the wood into a really cool handle. And the whole thing's one solid piece of wood. And put the bit in it and then put epoxy in it. And I'll tell you what, it's fatter than I wanted, the blade and the spine of the knife, because the thinner I got with this, the more it started to kind of like, I wanted to get it so thin that the wood would smoothly transition into the metal to one piece. That would have been really awesome, but what was happening is the wood was starting to split and splinter, so I couldn't get it really thin. I had to keep it kind of thick, which is fine. And for a thick blade, this thing's super hardened and it's like razor sharp, so it's good. And the top part of the spine is like pretty fat. Put your hand right on there and use it as a chopper to chop up your veggies and stuff. So I might try to do this again with a different piece of wood, something with more wood grain into it. I mean, hickory's a pretty hard wood, but I'm just not happy with there's a little bit of lines there. I want to get like a more exotic wood and then try this again. Maybe a harder wood, I don't know. Yeah, so maybe like a curly maple. Just something that's really gonna pop the wood, and try this whole thing again. Another project that I finished was this giant kukri. And I'll tell you what, this thing is you can hear it. Super duper sharp blade. And the spine is like real thick. It's stout. But the handle on this is amazing. Colors. The colors on this handle are just absolutely wild. Razor sharp aluminum pommel handle, touch marked, and it's got this amazing spectacular handle. Look at that color, look at it. Doesn't just look awesome, this thing will chop. It's razor sharp, feels very comfortable in the hands, a lot of handle to hold on to. Super sharp kukri. It's big, it's a big boy. It's thick, it's got some weight to it. It's very balanced, like right there. It feels pretty good. It's a good one. Leverage and really get a good chop in. This is a serious freaking blade here. I was doing like artistic stuff. I got some metal roses I was working on. If this whole pandemic stuff clears up, I got a few blacksmithing shows with a couple people that I'm going to be doing, setting up tables and demonstrating and probably selling some stuff. But this little thing, I got an idea from some guy on Instagram. I forget who it was, but he does these bolts with screws, puts washers for the wings, and makes little bees, and then the bolts are like honeycomb. And then just everyone be safe out there. Stay home. It's gonna be a long ride. I don't think this is gonna be just over with. too soon. I think everyone's doing a pretty good job of it, and that's good because it's not gonna make this go on for months and months and months and months. I'm hoping it's gonna be over with by the end of this month or by May or June. It's just so weird that it even happened. I don't know, it's crazy. So just in light of everything, just be safe out there, and I've just been slowing down on the content for right now, but who knows, maybe in the next week or two, probably not this week, but the weather's gonna start getting warmer. I'm out here, but I just don't know, maybe I'll be more in the mood to footage, add some video footage and edit it and put some more videos up. Be safe out there. And stay home. Paint a picture. Watch a movie. I know it gets old after a while.